when I wanted to do this, nobody wanted to teach it to us. And I thought I had to have a license and all of that stuff. You're going to see some real bad stuff when I talk about in that webinar, how I saw a lady making $41,000 a month, Curtis, doing this model. But she was doing it in rats and roaches. She was mistreating people. I was like, wow. And the only thing that she would tell me, because she never would teach it to me, she said, Derek, I don't own these places. And that blew my mind. Miss Pam, I was like, game over. I'm getting in this tomorrow. Now, the story is it took me 2 years and I lost 60 pounds trying to figure it out. Went through the bumps, the bruises, the lawsuits, Channel 8 News, all of that. But my mission was to learn it and come back and teach it to people. And thank God for my big brother, Otis, who was what we call the guinea pig. That's a whole t-shirt line, right? Otis is the guinea pig to all of this. Because once I knew I kind of thought I had it, I said to myself, Derek, this don't mean nothing, bro, unless you can teach it to somebody else. I called my brother, and my brother's just like me, y'all. He don't need a bunch of explanations, and he don't need for me to talk about it for 5 hours. If it's opportunity and it involves us helping people, pleasing God, and making some money, Otis like, I'm all ears, bro. Me and my brother kind of the same, y'all, when it comes to that. And hopefully, the longer you guys hang around us, this kind of becomes your model. We want to please God. I want to help people, and I want to make a bunch of money doing it so that we can build the kingdom. Because the Bible said somewhere in that book, if you focus on the kingdom and build the kingdom, help God's people, all of these things shall be added unto you. That's Bible. I have nothing to do with that. I'm no genius. I'm no preacher. I'm no pastor, and I'm no bishop. But we just love God and we love people. The icing on the cake was when he said, Derek, involve real estate in it. See, Pam, you don't know the story yet. Pam, when I told God I wanted to be in this, he was like, Derek, wake up, man. You a social worker. When you asked me that you want to help people, I made you a social worker. You've been on this job for 9 years sleeping. I said, ooh, you right. He said, Derek, you talking about you want to be in real estate? I just showed you a bunch of people that's being mistreated through real estate. See, when you watch that webinar, you're going to find out the lady that I kind of admired at one point and thought she was a hero and a savior of the homeless. She was doing this, y'all. So this ain't new, y'all. Somewhere in the Bible also says nothing under the sun is new, right? So nothing that you can come up with. When God gives you an idea, it ain't new. Somebody done done it before or something similar to it. I saw somebody doing this, y'all. Ain't no genius. But when that lady showed me, because she wouldn't teach it, but one day she got real cocky, Curtis, and she said, man, I'm going to show you what I make doing this a month. And she pulled out her phone, that Chase app, and it said $41,000 a month. I said, Lord, have mercy. I'm making $28,000 a year thinking I'm helping people as a social worker. And this lady showed me mistreating people, God's people now, through real estate that she don't even own, that she can make $41,000 a month. Man, can y'all believe? Miss Arnice, can you imagine what my prayer was to God when I saw that? I said, God, now you are no respecter person. You love that lady just like you love me. And that lady making $41,000 a month. And God, I'm struggling trying to feed my family, making 28 grand a year. And you showed me the very thing I want to do through somebody else. See how I get loud, y'all, and excited? Because this excites me every time I talk about it. Arnice, I couldn't believe when that woman showed me 41 grand and she housing people in rats and roaches. Arnice, if you made $41,000 a month, would that change your life a little bit? I ask everybody that. Put a 7 in the chat. If you made $41,000 every 28 to 31 days, would that change your life just a little bit? I say, God, if you let me get in this and you allow it to work for me. Now, listen how I am sounding like a dummy, giving God almost an ultimatum. Like, who am I to say, God, if you? But I say, God, if you let me get in this, I say, God, I'll be different. I say, you showed me that lady making 41. God, you didn't just do that by chance. I say, God, I'll treat your people with respect and dignity. And guys, when you see that webinar, it's going to blow your mind how this lady house people in rats and roaches. No beds in that entire home had bed rails. The mattress was on the floor, Arnice. No sheets, no pillowcase, no comforter. Just a bare mattress stacked 3 high. Every room was like that. Miss Gloria, I was like, Lord, have mercy. I immediately began to think, God, ooh, this going to change my life. This lady making 41 grand mistreating your people. I said, what if I get in this and do it the right way? And that's when I called my brother back to the guinea pig story. I said, Otis, I think I just found something that's going to save our life. It's going to save our family. And ultimately, bro, we're going to be able to please God. So the blessing going to be built into it. Otis was like, well, what's up? I said, Otis, I just saw a lady housing people, man. Otis, I've been on this job for 9 years. I don't know what you make, but I make 28 grand a year. This lady just showed me mistreating people. She was making 41 grand a month. Otis, you think we can get into this and change lives of people? I took off and I kind of, by myself, and I went through the bumps and the bruises and I pulled Otis into it. And I said, Otis, I think I got something, bro. And Otis went through some bumps and some bruises and things I didn't know about. So we began to learn it together. And the moment we thought we kind of had it, here we go. I said, Otis, our blessing going to be tied into sharing it with people, bro. Because people hid this from us. So to make a long story short, because I can talk about this one story for hours. God has blessed us to now take this model that we saw, and the genius part is that you don't need a license. You don't have to own the property because we just provide housing. We don't provide transportation. We don't provide food. I don't provide procedures that a nurse would do. I don't administer medication, guys. That's how I'm gonna get in trouble. When people try to get into this and they don't know what they're doing, Janine, that's how they get in trouble. Miss Lillian, I've seen people fall to their face trying to get into this kind of business and this kind of ministry. But Rosa, the difference between them and kind of us is, first of all, God is all over this. Second of all, great coaching. Right? We've been through the bumps, the bruises, the mistakes, the lawsuits, and the Channel 8 news stuff. That's in the past now. And the moment I found out that I didn't have to own the property, game over. Guys, game over at that point. I said, God, now I see it. So again, never mind what you was told. You can house the homeless and displace the adults, and you don't have to own the property, and it doesn't require your license.